What happens when a life built on order collides with a world defined by chaos? Meet Sofia Romano, a 25-year-old art curator in New York. Her world was quiet, safe, and filled with gallery exhibitions and late-night coffees. But her simple life was about to be shattered by a man who lived in the shadows. One night, at a charity auction, she saw him. Tall, dark, with eyes that scanned the room like a predator. His name was whispered in fear: Dante Moretti, rumored head of the city's most powerful crime family. Their eyes met across the crowded room, and in that instant, something shifted. It wasn't just fear that stirred in Sofia, it was a dangerous, undeniable fascination. The night ended with him buying one of her paintings, not because he cared for the art, but because he was intrigued by the artist. Soon after, Sofia's life became a maze of paranoia. A black car perpetually parked across her street, shadows lurking at every corner. Then came the invitation she couldn't refuse: dinner at Dante's private club. Curiosity won over caution. At dinner, Dante revealed a side of himself the world never saw. He was commanding, yes, but also gentle. He asked about her dreams, her fears, and for the first time, Sofia felt truly seen. But love in the Mafia world is a deadly game. Dante's enemies began targeting Sofia. Warnings appeared in the form of broken locks and red roses left with chilling notes: stay away from him. Any sane person would have run. But Sofia was pulled deeper, drawn to the man who was both her protector and her greatest danger. He taught her the rules of his brutal world: loyalty, silence, and power. Every kiss was a promise. Every touch was a risk. The storm finally broke when a rival gang kidnapped Sofia. For 3 nights, she was held captive, her life hanging by a thread. She was sure it was the end. But on the 4th night, Dante came for her. Not with a plea, but with war in his eyes. The city echoed with gunfire as he tore through his enemies, proving just how far he would go to save her. But saving her came at a high price. The police were closing in, the Mafia council demanded he let her go, and his enemies were thirsting for revenge. Sofia faced an impossible choice: walk away and live a normal life, or stay and belong to a man the entire world feared. Slight pause. In the chaos that followed, Sofia and Dante found a moment of quiet on a penthouse balcony, the city lights a blur below. "This is madness," she breathed, her heart pounding. Dante's lips curved into a faint smirk. "Madness is falling for someone you barely know." "Then what's this?" she asked. He looked at her, his expression serious. "Dangerous, but real." He touched her cheek, a tenderness reserved only for her. "You scare me, Dante." "Good," he replied. "Fear keeps you alive." She held his gaze. "And love? What does that do?" His voice dropped, sending a shiver down her spine. "That gets you killed." The next morning, Sofia confessed everything to her best friend, Elena, who was horrified. "You're falling for Dante Moretti? The man people whisper about like he's the devil himself." "You don't understand," Sofia insisted. "He's not just that. He's a murderer, Sofia." Elena pleaded. "Walk away before it's too late." But Sofia's silence was her answer. Later, hidden in the shadows of Dante's safe house, she overheard a chilling conversation. "She's a weakness, boss," one of his men said. "Everyone sees it." Dante's voice was ice. "She's not a weakness. She's the only thing keeping me from turning this city into ash." "The council will demand you cut her loose," the man argued. "Then the council can burn with the rest of them," Dante declared. He would start a war for her. He already had. The ultimate betrayal came from where she least expected it. A frantic call from Elena led Sofia to an abandoned church, right into a trap. "I'm sorry, Soph," Elena whispered, tears in her eyes as armed men emerged from the shadows. "I made a deal." A rival boss, Marco, stepped forward. "She gave you to me." Before he could give the order, Dante and his crew stormed the church. In a hail of bullets, Dante shielded Sofia, a guardian angel forged in hellfire. On a rooftop afterward, with sirens wailing in the distance, Sofia's world was in ashes. "My best friend betrayed me," she said, her voice hollow. "Everything I knew is gone." "That's the price of this world," Dante told her. "Trust no one. Not even me." "But I do trust you," she confessed. "Then you're a fool," he said, gripping her shoulders, torn between his love for her and the danger he represented. "If you want me gone," she whispered, "say it now." I want you alive, he growled. And with me? That's impossible. A new resolve hardened in Sophia's eyes. Then teach me, she said, her voice steady. Teach me how to survive in your world. He stared at her, stunned by her strength. He pressed his forehead to hers. Once you're in, there's no way out. She looked up at him, the city burning behind them. I already knew that the moment I kissed you. In that moment, Dante realized she hadn't just fallen for him. She had chosen his life, his war, as her own. She was no longer just the artist. She was becoming part of the Mafia. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tales of love and danger. See you next time.